Welcome back to you for another most special and most yummy update, my friends. We're looking at a Bitcoin price. We have the weekly chart looking at a nice 97,000 American dollars, holding above that 21 EMA. We had always late major loser Jerome Powell, did nothing with the interest rates. Even though the trueflation numbers are coming down, we're still waiting for the macro to kind of like continue once again, friends. So we need gold to keep stalling out, which it has. But pretty much everything's been lining up. So what are we waiting for? Well, we just don't know. We're waiting for something. There's the US dollar dropping like a sack of potatoes, but still hanging around here. It's probably going to drop down over time. So yes, the motion is now set. We just need more time, I guess, to play out. And now I've warned you as well, prepared you. We could get an extended cycle. There's a case for an extended cycle and the liquidity and everything out here. But also, there's also a case where crypto, this is unlikely because we haven't seen a green candle, but crypto just goes up only from here to the end of the year. Okay, so there is a case for that as well. But like, that's just maybes. You know what I mean? Like, give us a green candle, bro. We haven't seen literally anything. And what I showed you in Juicy News is if you go down here, the thing went up like 450%, others BTC. If we got something again like that, it would bring us like right up to the top, 450%. And then like it would be that crypto tops out early, but next year stocks don't top out until the end of the year and that might send it down further. But we haven't even got a one green candle. So we're just like doing make-believes right now. It's like, hey, let's even think about that if we get like 3 green candles in a row. You know, 3 monthly green candles in a row. Not one. We had one last year. That's all we ever had, one candle in a row. We get 3 in a row, then we can start talking about, oh, is it going to continue going up and go parabolic or is it not? Now, in case you haven't heard, you've been living under a rock, we have a return from Richard Hart. He made a new video. I've uploaded the whole video here and I've actually got an update just covering everything. I've gone through a lot of juice. There's a lot of stuff in there, right? Like basically he implies he's got more Ethereum than Vitalik. He really wants the Ethereum price to go up. He speaks about a call to marketing for the whole community. Sounds very confident. He beat the SEC. It's awesome. But yeah, we're just waiting for macro, friends. Macro means a business cycle. And as people get more confident, they'll participate in Ethereum more and Pulse Chain should go up and everything else along the way. You know, Pulse Chain and like your PUI and your Craptos and your Soy, Lana, just whatever. It's just pretty much random at that point. I have a lot more coverage here coming for you. Pulse is still stuck in the channel out here. We have PulseX as well. This is a weekly chart doing a nice curl up. PulseX, friends, a super secret weapon. I've got more very high value content coming for you. PulseX has bought and burned now 7.08%. It's ticking up. PulseX, friends, really is, when I mean secret weapon, not like, oh, wow, the coin might go up. No. It's actually because PulseX bonds to Pulse and Hex and Ink, okay, because they all bond together, the buy and burn is actual real utility. Yeah, so there's basic economic activity in crypto, swapping speculation. When you tax it, right, it goes to buying PulseX, a deflationary asset, and it lifts everything up slowly over time. Okay, hopefully faster in the bull market, whereas more volume comes in, but it lifts it up over time. Okay, this is what you want. So that's actually why it's a secret weapon, because, for example, with Pulse, you need people to, I guess, demand the token, right? Which is, it's good just like Ethereum, but you don't need like heaps of Pulse, do you? But psychologically, people want to own a lot of Pulse because that's the native on speed, like Ethereum, right? When it comes to Hex as well, you need people to like want to play into the whole staking and locking and believing Richard Hart and stuff out here, right, as well. And with Ink, you just need people to like green logos. So there is basic demand for all these, but there's no economic activity. Okay, there's no real economic activity for that. Pulse, there is because it's gas, but it's like not as much, right? PulseX totally different. Okay, PulseX is literally the buy and burn is straight economic activity. Okay, it's literally taxing back and forth. Okay, it's literally like the tax receipts of a government. Okay, so imagine the government, they collected taxes of everyone, and instead of spending it on the economy, they bought your bags. That's literally what's happening here. That's why PulseX is buy and burn. Remember, the buying is from all the swapping and something about the real utility, real DeFi. The best part about PulseX is people who hate you, who don't like your token, who want nothing to do with you, they still contribute to the buy and burn. That's the best part of everything. Especially if PulseX ever makes it to an exchange, friends, which I hope it does, or even Pulse. You just need Pulse to go to an exchange. All the bots and the quant nerds and the pump and dumpers and all these guys causing volume on Ethereum and Bitcoin and stuff out here, they're all cross-hedging with Pulse or PulseX, but hopefully PulseX, and then that'll really ratchet it up as well. So that buy and burn will be affected there because all the volume between exchanges, they have to go source the liquidity from PulseX, the actual, and then that is more taxing on buying and burning of the fees. That's why it's a really unique circumstance. Richard Hart beat the SEC. Look at these great stickers, which I'm here to show you. Richard Hart won versus the SEC. We can make it a very funny meme, by the way, because it's become a meme itself because he spent millions of dollars to beat the SEC and not just handing $12 million to them. And then you see some, just some reporting out there in crypto. It's not nefarious. It's just that nobody cares. They say, oh, the SEC walked away. Oh, it wasn't a real victory. But, it's true to the spirit of Richard Hart and Hexico, where everyone's going to be like, how dare you? Richard Hart beat the SEC. It'll be like a fun meme to keep talking to everyone about. I think it will actually be funny, right? As well. Quack, quack. It will be really funny if, let's say, Pulse is rising in the future and all the Hexicans, all of us are in other people's streams, Ivan's stream, or just all the other people like Tone Gaze. I don't know if he still streams or any of these others. And it would be funny if people just spam Richard Hart beat the SEC. Richard Hart beat the SEC, just over and over and over again. It'll be freaking hilarious, man. I'll use it for everything, by the way. Even PDI going up. Richard Hart beat the SEC. Richard Hart beat the SEC. Some sort of triggering thing. Now, why I haven't said that? It's Richard's return to making videos. Literally, his video title is "I just beat the SEC." That was literally capital letters. I just beat the SEC, and that's actually how he starts his video as well, which I'll just show you. Or click on through, right here.
Hello, everybody. Richard Hart here. Guess who just beat the SEC in court and did not settle and did not have their case dropped? This guy. Me. I did that. And you know why I did that? Well, 1, I'm innocent. 2, I've got great lawyers. 3, the government decided to bring a really stupid case against a really honest person.
So that's kind of funny coming out here. I just beat the SEC. But you got to remember, friends, when network effects growing like this, remember we are in crypto, it's a digital nation. We're in a digital globe here. It's not geographically linked, right? It's digital. So digital means you got to market on the internet. You have to speak the language of everybody on the internet. But also, there's pros and cons. There's pros. You can onboard anybody at any second. That's the pro. The con, you piss people off, they can leave any second as well. Okay? That's the thing. So it's fast to move in, also fast to move out, because it literally is just digital rails clicking on the bridging in and out. Okay? That's why grabbing attention that's your lifeblood in crypto. You have to grab attention. Yeah, we want to live in a world where people value everything based off utility, but that makes no sense. Everything is open source. And we have AI getting faster and faster. If you plan for a world where you have product differentiation, good luck. Another AI is just going to go make it. If you make a really cool toy, friends, well, they're going to have 3D printers available for everyone in the future anyway. You see what I mean? It makes it harder and harder. They just 3D print your toy. So how are you going to sell your toy? You're going to sell the plans. Someone just arbitrage and buys your plans and they sell it and they make it cheaper. So how do we account for that world? That's why AI is moving faster and faster. But also that's how the market prices stuff. That's why it prices stuff like a network, like a country. In another country, if you're pissed off, you don't like Donald Trump because you don't like the color orange. Okay, good luck leaving. You got to choose another country. Okay, you got to leave. You got to leave, say bye to your family, your friends, your school, change everything, change your healthcare, learn a whole new system. See what I mean? But in crypto, it's just a different game, right? It's digital. There's the future. The future is digital. The whole world will be more like crypto once we have light speed travel. You don't have to spend 15 hours on a plane anywhere. Imagine you could just literally teleport somewhere in a minute. You just change countries. I also want to show you this in other news that happened today, friends. So this is the GORK coin, GORK. This was shielded by the LA Vape Cabal and the Prostitute Cabal, one of their many coins. I just found it funny. It was straight away. This is what happened, friends. So this is crazy, right? This thing went up. Do you want to know why this burst happened? Do you want to know what happened? Elon Musk, I think, replied to GORK. he replied to it. And then it went pop. But it couldn't even last. Just showing you how dead the trenches are. Elon Musk, bro, replied to your meme coin. You know what I mean? All it could do was pop up and just died. Come straight back down. Elon Musk, meme lord. That's how deep and depressing it is. 6 red monthly candles on others BTC, man. When is the pain going to stop? So it was aggressively shield LA Vape Cabal. And you're probably wondering, something, how's there even people following the LA Vape Cabal? Like I said, friends, you ever been in a hotel? Do you ever go to a receptionist and ask, why is there a cuck chair in every room? I've been going to hotels for years and years. Play my Game Boy, you know, read magazines, look outside the window, right? The lady at the reception will say, well, there is a large market of people out there who would love to sit in that hotel cuck chair. Soilana people just love buying grifter coins and getting rinsed in hours, only to then try their luck in the new grift tomorrow. Will they ever learn? Now, here's the thing, friends. We get it, man. We get it. Coins go down, okay? Coins go down, yeah. What I don't like is people giving the impression that they're here forever and literally 24 hours, they're on to the next thing. And when you ask them about that coin, they go, oh, no, you know, they always won't talk about it, right? That's the difference between me, man. I didn't give a crap. Oh, something went down 98% because people want to sell their $6 of liquidity in it. Yeah, it's cheap. It's literally still cheap. Poker Center coins, Tangang coins, doesn't matter what it is, friends. Everywhere, all the other ecosystem, alien ecosystem, everything on Pulse Chain, people still here, man. You don't get that in this other stuff. You don't. Well, Solana is more like, you know, it's more like Las Vegas, the strip or the strip clubs. But most people getting rinsed. It's just funny, man. They come back. Hey, Vince, I was going to report on this. It just reminded myself too now. They found some private wallets of the LA Vape Cabal. Do you want to know what happened? The wallets were, when they were like disappeared off Twitter, when they were trading privately, they all lost money. They had all lost between 50K to 200K. Yeah. When they were each separately, they were like trading themselves, not shilling. They all lost. All of them got crushed. Yeah. And then after they return, start shilling stuff, they're making money because they're dumping on everyone. It was funny. Now, I didn't want to spend too much time on it because, you know, it's like these feet sniffers, they have a lot of big audience, you know, and a lot of these people, they just love sniffing other dudes' feet. They're weirdos. And they just, like, you're not weirdo for doing that. I guess you're a weirdo for enjoying losing money. That's the weirdo part. You know what I mean? I don't know, everyone's got weird stuff. Everyone's got a weird kink. You know, but you're into that. I'm not into that. But like, you enjoy the losing money part. You actually like that. You like keep going back to the same source that's making you lose money. Funny, man. You can't even make that up. They literally found their wallets, the ones that weren't doing insider stuff. And by the way, they found other wallets that were front running their main wallet. And those are the ones that are profitable as well. So the wallets that were buying coins that you never heard of, that they were trying, all of them lost. Straight. No, there's no skill. There's literally no skill. So all of these, their edge is that they attract a lot of simps and a lot of cuckolds. There's the prostitute cabal, you know, the Twitch streamer girl. That all of them just hang around each other and they shield trash. But that honestly, like, good luck to them. Like, you know, you have a large audience of people who love losing money, who love getting cucked, and who want to literally like throw their money into a bottomless pit, and they love like taking losses. They love like getting absolutely crushed. So like, you know, if there's a market of losers out there, hey, you know, go hang out with Jerome Powell, another major loser. For the rest of us, we are going to do the responsible adult thing, and we are going to bet more than you can afford to lose. This is me and my friend Spoonie, the wielder of Spoonie. That's what we're doing here. Waiting for this crypto cycle to take hold. We're now like, man, come on, we're a quarter of the month of the way of Ma Y. Where are we going to go from here, huh? Yes, just we're torn a bit, friends, because right now we have the global liquidity cycle. Carlin Talks Crypto. So Carlin Talks Crypto. Shout out to Colin. This thing just says, hey, we're going up only. It says we're doing that. But when it comes to, I guess, BCB's Elliott Wave stuff, he says we could also just do like sideways until like August, and then we move up. So these things aren't exactly one for one. So, man, it's just been a long time. Look, honestly, I really feel like we're just going to do this. Just because it's been such a long time, man. Like how much longer? I guess we'll find out, huh? Like, subscribe, everybody, but not catch you soon.